Welcome to Envisioned Broadcasting Radio, EB Radio. EB Radio. Your station for empowerment presents Mom Boss Talk Radio, a show that brings real life, real moms, and real experiences to empower mom bosses everywhere to be ambitious, highly driven, fierce, fabulous, and fearless. Mom Boss Talk Radio begins now.
Welcome, mom bosses all over the world. It's an amazing Thursday, and we're about to have a great discussion. Okay, I am one of your hosts, Monyetta, and today, honey, it is 2023. Okay, and this is where you need to be. You need to be here having great discussions, have hot topics, and all the things. We have a lot of things going on, a lot of things we have planned, a lot of changes, and we are super excited. Jerisha, she'll be joining us in future episodes. You know, working moms never stop. But I wanted to talk about, since it is the new year, 2023, okay, let's talk about resolutions. Okay, let's talk about it. Because when I really thought about it, I see a lot of people making resolutions, and I applaud them. Go ahead. Get yours. Okay, make that plan. But the thing about resolutions that I've kind of learned is that it's kind of like an easy way to fail. Okay. Now, if it works for you, it works for you. I'm not talking to you. Okay, if it works for you, that's great. It's wonderful, and I'm excited for your progress and your journey. But for those who have like the mindset of, let's say, November, I'm gonna start getting my health together, and then people look at the holidays and everybody's like, well, after I eat all this food, but you planted that seed early November, so why didn't you start in early November? People want to like procrastinate. They want to push it and put like, oh, I'll do it later. But what people don't realize is once you plant that seed, it's time for you to start watering it. It's time for you to start taking care of it. It starts, growing, and you have to be there to nourish it. When you start making plans, like, I'm gonna start a business, but I'm gonna wait until January 1st. Why don't you just start it now? Start it when you planted the seed. Because they say that it takes 21 days to form a good habit, right? So why not form a good habit before the first of the year? So when you go into the first of the year, you going strong, right? You going super hard. You already in it. That means you have to sacrifice. I know people, go house to house on the holidays. I don't know if they still doing that nowadays, considering the world. But from what I've seen and what I've heard, people are like, I'm gonna stop at this place. I'm gonna stop at this place, and it's great. It's wonderful. However, if you're gonna plant a seed, you need to start nourishing it and watching it flourish. And I'm speaking from freaking like experience, because I was the type of person, I would say, yes, at the first of the year, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. But I already thought about this like in October. I thought about this in August. I thought about this all throughout the year. Okay. And the thing is, like, if you really want it, if you really, really want it, you are going to do everything and anything possible to get it. You're going to do everything possible to make sure you accomplish it. And I'm not even going to say it's not going to always be 100%. It's not going to always work. It's not. I'm not putting it out there as like, oh, if you push hard, you're going to be successful the first time. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because you might start in December and you got your 21 days, okay? And you up there, you pushing and you up there, and you cross the January threshold. And then something happens and then you fall off. But guess what? You're capable of getting back on that bike and riding it, because guess what? You just did a whole 21 plus days of just knocking your goals off your list, or, hitting that progress, hitting your journey. So don't look at it as like, oh, she's saying that it's going to be easy. It's not going to be easy because I've started and I've stopped and I've started and I stopped. But knowing that I have the mindset to do it, that's all that counts is your mindset. What's your intentions like, and also too your intentions. Like what is your final overall goal? What are you trying to accomplish? And I think people tend to forget the overall accomplishment because when they think of resolution, it's everybody's making it. Everybody's making it. Now you're kind of lost. You're lost in this big old pool of everybody when you could have just did it when you initially planted the seed in your head the first time, right? And I'm just speaking from experience because when I, because I look, your girl was like, I want to get fit. I want to get fit and I'm going to do it. And guess what? I went to the gym like four to 5 days a week. And I was on it, okay, from the shakes, the protein shakes, counting calories because I'm trying to do the opposite. I'm trying to put on, okay? I'm trying to build and tone. That is my goal. So it's a lot of mass and it's a lot of consuming food and it's not always easy when you're not always hungry, right? But I was on it. I was on it. I was on it. And I did it for weeks. I think I did it for like over a month. And I was so proud of myself, very proud of myself. And then I got sick. I wouldn't, I have some health issues. I'm not going to get too much into that. But I had a huge flare up, which threw me completely off. And once you get thrown off, it's hard to kind of get yourself back on the wheel. And so I would try and I would try, but then I would and I'm taking accountability, okay? If I messed up, I'm gonna take accountability. And I screwed up. I'm like, oh, and my drive went down, my motivation went down, and that's when you overthink. And I'm a very over analytical person, so I'm like, I need to be in that mindset of you've done it before, you can do it again. This time, you just have to modify what you do. So when you have flare ups and have issues with your muscles and your nerves, then you're able to keep going without it being too much of a nuisance. So you have to just get into the game, modify if necessary, and then kind of go about your life. Go about your life. 2023 is about to be something. I've heard from so many people that barely know me, but just based on just the small interactions that we have, like, oh my gosh, I feel like this is your time. Really? Oh, that is my reaction. Really? I feel that too. I feel that wholeheartedly. I feel like it's my time in some capacity. I don't know where in my life my time is or what's going to shine bright from me. I don't know, but I have a good feeling. Okay? I have a great feeling. And that's why I'm like, intention definitely matters. Like, what is your overall drive? 2023 is, look, a lot of people's like, oh, I don't know what to expect. Okay, no one does, but I want to be optimistic. I want to keep a positive mindset. I want to keep an open mindset. I want to keep pushing toward my dream of creating a brand. And I'm excited about it. My vision, what I see in my head, I can see on paper, and it feels amazing to get your thoughts and your ideas and everything finally put down and starting to get into a more accurate mindset. Because for a long time I was up there like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And I'm still somewhat of that type of thing, like, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing. But that's where resources come into play, education, connections, networking, all of those things. Like, we need to, as individuals, as entrepreneurs, as mothers, as just women, just kind of figure out What is our game plan? What is our overall game plan? If you are not connected with people, start connecting with people. Start getting into groups. And it's very hard to make friends as an adult. It really is. So if it's hard to make friends as an adult, just personally, I know it's hard to network and trying to build a bond just in a business setting. Believe me, I know it is very hard, but I still want to put that out there for myself and for you. If you are in a situation where you feel like you're by yourself, start getting into groups, start meeting people, start mingling. Guess what I'm gonna start doing? I'm about to start going out. I have not been out in forever. Okay, forever, ever, ever, ever. I don't go nowhere. Okay, I don't go nowhere. But I am 2023. Okay, already started. Already started before the new year. So you have to start putting your thoughts into actions before a new year start. It might feel fresh to you. That's great if you do it because it feels fresh. Do what works for you, honestly. Do what makes you feel great, but definitely have the mindset of making the changes based on your own intentions and not because of the mass of the world is making resolutions. That's where I kind of see it. But I'm going out. I'm gonna go. I'm in the process of buying a whole new wardrobe because sis needs an upgrade. Okay, a heavy upgrade. I'm in the process of designing my line. Okay, so be on the lookout for that. So I'm excited about that. I'm in the process of making moves and looking at places to move and just evolve, because it's like I've been in a cocoon for so long. I want to spread my wings and fly like the beautiful butterfly that I am. Also, too, affirmation, speaking more affirmations into myself. Let me know that I am that girl. I am that girl every day, all day. When I see myself in the mirror, oh, you're gorgeous. Because I am. There is no denying that. You need to speak life into yourself because people are not going to do it for you. You need to speak life into yourself, and you need to start really putting step on the gas, okay? Step on the gas. Bring your vision to life. I'm in the process of making a vision board, which I am so excited about. And it's not just any type of vision board. This is an electronic vision board. And honey, Canva, go into Canva. And that's one of the resources that we mentioned last year. Canva is that girl. Okay. Canva, it is, oh, I know I'm getting excited over a resource, but Canva updates constantly. It shows, it's like it looks at the world, it looks at what's popular, it looks at what's currently being used the most. For instance, reels. Okay, guess what? Instagram reels. So what they do, you can create Instagram reels on Canva, and I'm loving it. Not only that, TikToks, you can create TikTok videos on Canva, anything, YouTube, TikTok, Snap, anything you can think of, Canva, it has it. I did a cute little video on TikTok. And if you don't follow me on TikTok, follow me on TikTok, Yetta Lachelle. I am that girl. Follow me, okay? But I posted over there, and it's a super cute, very simple. It was like an older video that I took, but I repurposed it and I just put a little more flair on there just to promote my YouTube. And if you don't follow me on YouTube, follow me on YouTube at Yetta Lachelle. It's gonna be Yetta Lachelle at on everything, okay? But definitely, check your girl out and join, join platforms. Try to join trends depending on your depending on what your industry is. You can follow trends based on your industry, and you will get people to see. Look, this is the thing. There's people for everybody. There is a market for everybody. There is groups for everybody. It's just we have to find them. We have to find our people. Okay, we have to find our people in this huge world. They might not be in your city. They might not be in your town. They might not be in your state. You have to do the due diligence, especially if you want to be more out there and, share yourself and share your gifts and your talents and everything to the world, you have to step out of that box. You have to. If that is your mission for 2023, is to step out of the bubble that you've created for yourself. Because, girl, I know I was in a bubble. Okay, I was in a bubble. It's time. It's time to pop that bubble. And it's time for you to see the world out there and be optimistic of what you can find. Okay, it's not as scary as you think it is. Believe me, I am well aware of fear when it comes to, I'm an introvert. It don't sound like it. It don't sound like it, but I'm an extreme introvert, okay? I will literally, when me and my husband go somewhere, I will drive separately so I can leave when I feel like I need to leave. And that's usually very shortly after I arrive. So, but that's all going to change. I'm going to take more chances and everything like that. I've already started, and that's the great thing about, planting a seed before the new year, is like you're starting your progress and you're building on that progress. So once you cross over into the new year, you've already done a good chunk of the work. And two, resolutions are pressure. If you really think about it, it's a lot of pressure when it comes to resolutions, because you put it out there in the air, right? You put it out there on social media, Facebook, and you're like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, and then a month later, you stop making posts about the thing you said you was gonna do, and so everybody's eyes on you, like, what happened? That's a lot of pressure. Okay, when you could have started and you could have just let them know, like, hey, I've been doing this, I'm deep into it now, it's great, it's wonderful, this is a great thing to do. So it's a lot of pressure when it comes to resolutions, but I definitely think that breaking out of your bubble and starting way before a new year is probably really beneficial. You're kind of won't be overthinking. You plant that seed and you go at it. Okay, I really hope, I really, 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 really hope that this has inspired someone or helped someone out. Okay, and if you don't stick with your resolution, that's fine. You can always start over. It's okay. Every day is a new day. So every day you have a chance to start over. Every single day. It's, you close your eyes, you wake up, you can start anew. But my whole thing is like the intention and your goals is like, let's hit the ground running. Okay, let's hit the ground freaking running. If you haven't started yet, that's fine too. Start when you are ready, but don't start too late. Okay, because you're going to get too far into the year and be like, why didn't I start this? And then it's like, well, sometimes you got to force yourself. Sometimes you got to force yourself to do the things that you are too tired to do. You want to do it. You want to do it. Don't force yourself to do stuff you don't want to do. Okay, don't do that, because you're not going to like what you do if you're forcing yourself to do it. But if it's something that you really, really, really want to do, but you feel like, oh, I have limited time, you better put that 20 minutes in. You better set 15, 20 minutes aside to work on the project that you want to be successful, that you're trying to get out there to the people. You have to take the time. Okay, you have to push in those instances. You have to push yourself, especially if you're trying to accomplish a certain goal, especially by a certain time. Okay, and if you don't hit your deadline, that is okay. At least you made a chunk of progress and you see where you're going. You see the road that you're paving for yourself. Okay, but I hope you all enjoyed, the coming in of 2023. Okay, and where you need to be. Mom Boss Talk Radio, making things happen. I'm super excited. Make sure you follow us on Facebook. Okay, we're gonna be changing some things over there as well. It's only up from here. Okay, it's only up from here. I'm excited. I'm happy. We're about to empower the world, honey. We are on that mission. Okay. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay ambitious, highly driven, fierce, fabulous, and fearless. You are making moves. You got this.
Thank you for joining us on Mom Boss Talk Radio. Follow each of the Mom Bosses on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you love Mom Boss Radio, visit the website at www.envisionedbroadcasting.com. We'd love for you to subscribe, rate, and give a review on iTunes. Until next time.